Good evening, guys. This is Abdul Ghafoor. Welcome back to the teaching learning. I hope you are doing well and you are safe in this pandemic situation. Friends, as you know that I'm adding the course outline for the different subjects. In my previous video, I have added the English outlines, or you can call the course content, topics or subtopics. And another video I have shared with you about the mathematics, in which I have shared the content of the mathematics and what domains you have to focus on it. So in this video, I'm going to add the physics content or course outline that might help you in your pedagogy course, and what areas you have to focus on it, what is the weight of each topic, and the distribution of the marks in percentage. So after watching this video, you have to plan your study and make your schedule and filter the content that you think you have a command on it. So this video will help you to give you the clear picture about your content standard and course outline and the topics. So as you are the candidate and you are the what we call the student, and you are the one who will be attempting the exam, so you have to prepare or plan your study accordingly. So let's see what are these content, physics content, and the percentage of these content, and how you have to plan your study. As you can see on the screen, this is the physics test study guides. In my previous video, I have shared with you the time, how much time has been allocated or will be allocated to you. It's 2.5 hours, and another thing, will be the computer-based test. The physics, which will be consisting on major parts of, so major parts you can call the branches, or you can say that are the topics or the chapters. Or the first will be the mechanism, and then other one is the electricity and magnetism, and the third one is the optics and waves, thermodynamics, modern and atomic physics, scientific inquiry, and the process. So as you can see that each topic has a different weight. So the highest weight has a 35%, and then 25, then 15, 10, 10, and 5%. So most of the question, according to this, is be consisting on mechanics, then electricity, magnetism, after that optics and waves, and then thermodynamics, modern and atomic physics, scientific inquiry, and process. So this is a clear picture that give you that what topics will be covered in your test, and which is the most important topic, and how much time you have to spend on it. So the highest percentage will indicate that you have to spend more time on the questions or on the topics which has the highest weight. So plan your study accordingly and filter the content, and what topics you know from the mechanics, you have to sort it out and spend the rest of time that topic you think that you need to improve. Similarly, for the rest of the topics, you have to go through it. So this is the first thing that you're gonna focus on this point. Now we'll move to the subtopics of this, that from mechanics, which topics you have to be covered. So this is really and very simple, that they have made it easy for each and every candidate, for all candidates, that what areas you have to focus and study. So you don't have to look here and there. So you have to just make a more practice. So the practice makes perfect. Let's see from the mechanics. Stay with me. From mechanics, which topics you have to study. This is the what we call analytics view of these topics, which give you the percentage of that one. So first is the mechanics. From the mechanics, you have to, how many topics you can see here? 3 to 6 and 9 topics in. So kinematics in 1 dimension, similarly 2 dimension, force and Newton's law of motion, laws of motions. So first law, second law, and third law. That's very easy. Dynamics of uniform circular motion, work and energy, impulse and momentum, rational kinematics and rational dynamics. So simple harmonic motion and elasticity. So these topics will be covered from the topic of the mechanics, or these subtopics will be covered from the topic of mechanics. So you have to clear these concept, you have to clear all the questions, including the problems, theory, what exactly they explained, and what happens when the force is applied. Okay, what happens when the acceleration increases, what is the directly proportional, what is the inversely proportional. So like these terms you have to go. Second thing, you have to focus on the units, like the force has the Newton, like the acceleration meter per second, like a velocity, like a time. Their units are very important. So these things you have to be very careful and focus on these things. But first, I'll suggest you that what things you know from these topics, first keep these side. Just spend more time on the things that you don't know. Let's move to the part 2, which is 25% electricity and magnetism. It has a less topic. So the topic which has a more weight has a more topics. The topic has a less weight, has a less topics. I guess, you know, but let's see, let's move. So as you can compare part 1 and part 2, that they have a bit different. Here are the 3, 6, 7 topics. Okay, so electric force and electric fields, electric potential energy and electric potential, electric circuits, magnetic forces and magnetic fields, electromagnetic induction, alternating current circuits, and electromagnetic. This is also the interesting topic, and these are the real life applications. You know, if you're an engineer, electrical engineer, these topics you have to study for that. So for the part 2, you have to focus on these topics or subtopics. Let's move to the part 3. Now part 3 is consisting on the 4 topics. Yeah, waves and sound, the principle of linear superposition and interference phenomena, the reflection of light mirrors, the refraction of light lenses and optical instruments. So I was correct. These topics is based on the weight of the subject, and the greater topic, the topic, if there are more subtopics, the subjects have the more weight. If have content are less, the subject has the less weight of that. We'll move to the 4th one, which is thermodynamics, fluids, temperature and heat, the transfer of heat, the ideal gas law and kinetic theory, thermodynamics. Part 5, which is the last part of that, modern and atomic physics, understand, compare and apply concept related, interference and the wave nature of light, special relativity, particles and waves, the nature of the atom, nuclear physics and radioactivity, ionization, radiation, nuclear energy, and elementary particles. So these are the subtopics, and the physics, which has been consisting on the 5 parts, and these 5 parts has been divided in the subtopics. So guys, these are the course core outlines, these are the course content, these are the content standards or substrands of the physics that you have to study for pedagogy test in order to clear your subject specialty. So you have to spend your time about in these topics which I have shared with you. Second thing, okay, if you want the hard copy of these things, or sorry, soft copy of these content, you can drop your email, you can comment, or you can email me, and and my channel introduction description, there's already there, so you can email that I can share with you. So guys, this is about the physics, and I'm sure these topics and the content will help you to attempt your pedagogy test. If you have any question, feel free. If you didn't subscribe the teaching and learning, don't forget to subscribe. If you want more videos like that, please subscribe the teaching and learning. Stay blessed and stay safe.